And we're back. We're here for another episode. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Workforce Solutions podcast that still has no real title.
We don't have a name yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
There's a couple options out there. We do upload episodes every Wednesday, so I think Workforce Wednesday is taken.
Copywritten already.
Okay. We'll think of something catchy. Think of something fun to play with. If y'all don't know who we are yet, we've only got a couple episodes up. My name is Allan Shahadi. I work in San Antonio, Texas as a supervisor at the Data Point Workforce Center.
And I'm Victor Gibbons. I also work in San Antonio as a supervisor at the East Houston location.
And we're really happy to have y'all back. I am happy to be sitting with you and chatting again.
Likewise.
It's always fun when we get to sit down and talk.
Especially today. Today is a special day.
Very much so, especially today. We do have a guest, someone who is actually very interesting.
Yes.
Topics we may not know too much about, us being Victor and myself, and y'all, if y'all are listening. It's Native Pathways.
Jennifer Roldan, representing Native Pathways.
Thank you guys for having me. Yeah, my name is what was that?
Sorry.
No, you're good.
We had something in the way. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I am the representative, the outreach counselor for Native Pathways with Isleta del Sur Pueblo, which is a Native American tribe located in El Paso.
Yeah, and you guys may notice that El Paso is pretty far away from where we work, San Antonio. She actually works in the same building as us. So we do try and stay very close with Native Pathways. But yeah, you cover all of Texas, don't you? Or a lot of Texas, right?
Yes, so we don't cover all of Texas, but we do cover all of West Texas, specifically 122 counties in West Texas. So we do have a partnership with Workforce Solutions Alamo, and which is why I'm grateful to be partnered with you guys, and being housed at Data Point has been a really big advantage and pleasure, to have that partnership.
Yeah, and we're really happy to have you here. I know that with what Victor and I like to do, you work very closely with, WIOA, which is one of our programs. You guys don't know what that is. We'll have an episode about it at some point. But we just want to chat with you a little bit just to kind of get the message out a little bit. Let everyone know, what is Native Pathways?
Yeah,
do you have a lot of knowledge about Native Pathways?
I have zero knowledge of Native Pathways, but I have a lot of knowledge of Jennifer. But I've never really sat down and asked her, what do you actually do? So
we've had a lot of fun conversations with Jennifer,
yeah,
but I guess not so much like work related. We try and keep our conversations away from work a lot of the times.
Bring the professional, right?
Yeah. But we would love to have a chat with you about, what it is you do and how you do it, though.
Yeah, I mean, so you did mention WIOA.
There we go.
So yeah, it gets confusing, but it is the Workforce Innovative Opportunity Act of the Department of Labor. So we are funded by that act as well. And it is a workforce and training program. So it is the exact same thing you guys offer, except it caters to registered tribal members. So any Native American, Alaskan Native, and Native Hawaiian who is part of a federally recognized tribe. So here in Texas, there are 3 tribes. There's the one in Kickapoo, which is really, really close to San Antonio, the Kickapoo tribe in Eagle Pass. And then there's the Isleta del Sur Pueblo in El Paso. And then the Alabama Coshada tribe, which is in East Texas. So I don't know their exact location, but yeah, they're in East Texas. But yeah, it's a really great program, for anyone who is part of a federally recognized tribe and is seeking employment services and seeking training, getting those skills that is going to make them marketable and more economically self-sufficient. So that's what we want for our tribal members to feel like they are ready to, embark in their new future with I guess a more set pathway towards like their career. And, we give them all the necessary skills and trainings to do so.
For sure. I mean, it says on y'all's about page that your focus really is employment and training, which
Yeah.
I mean, mirrors us.
Yeah, lines with us, definitely.
For sure. There's a lot of cool stuff about y'all. So you've worked with a lot of Native American individuals, I would assume. Have you worked with any Native Hawaiians or Native Alaskans? I know you guys do work with them, but have you personally seen any of those people come through?
So I have spoken to a few that identify as Native Hawaiians in the old center. I did get to speak to a few, but unfortunately they weren't part of a federally recognized tribe, so I wasn't able to assist them with the program. However, I did recommend them the program that you guys offer as well, the WIO program. So that was fortunate. But yeah, I mean, I don't really speak to a lot of Alaska Natives or Native Hawaiians as much as I do with, everyone else. So that's been interesting, just to hear different, where each person, like what tribe each person is coming from. It's really interesting to hear their background and stuff.
So let's say I'm 18 years old, right? I meet all the qualifications to join your program. Can you just walk us through the process and what would I expect?
So, we have, and now due to COVID-19, everything is virtual. Thankfully, we have an online application that they can do on our website. And you just apply online. You gather all of the required documents. We ask that you give us a proof of, your birth certificate, your social security card. And then in order to verify that you're part of a federally recognized tribe, we ask for any type of tribal documents or like a census card that will list the tribe that you're affiliated with and, your enrollment number and the expiration date with your picture ID. And then as well as like other things like proof of residence, making sure you live in Texas or West Texas specifically, and proof of income and your resume and your education status and stuff like that. So yeah, it's basically really easy. You just apply all online. As long as you have those documents, we take it from there afterwards. We verify your enrollment, and then we set you up with a career and training plan, where we assess your career needs and your career goals, and we just kind of line up that pathway for you. We make sure you meet those goals along your span of the Native Pathways term. So it just depends, like whether you want career or like training, but each one has the same goal where you eventually reach what you want to meet, where you want to be in the future, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely sounds like, and I think you picked up on it too, you guys are literally
a pathway,
laying the pathway out.
Native individuals.
There could not be a more perfect title.
Yeah. So whoever came up with that title, maybe they can help us come up with the title for our podcast.
It's probably the same person who came up with Work in Texas, because that's pretty straightforward too.
It really is.
Yeah, we need the name guy. We don't know where the name guy's at.
I know, that's a good skill. It's not going to be cheap, I guess.
For sure. Especially with all the podcasts and stuff coming out, there's got to be a name guy.
Definitely.
So there's a couple other things that I wanted to go ahead and ask you about Native Pathways in particular. So what are some of the things that you see people coming in? So let's say that you have like 10 people come in, hypothetically. What is the most common thing you see that they need help with that you are typically, guide them towards?
Yeah, I feel like generally a lot of participants are seeking help, assistance with training. Training can be pretty expensive. If you're looking for like a CNA or anything that requires a certificate or a license, they can cost from like $500 to up to $8,000 plus. It can be pretty pricey for someone that doesn't have that sort of income readily available. So yeah, I mean, I feel like a lot of people seek that additional training, tuition assistance, and it's great to be part of a program that offers technical and vocational tuition assistance. So we have that perk for customers that are seeking that to fulfill that need, for sure.
Lots of training.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna lie to you. I have my cheat sheet right here. It's your website. So I'm going through it, and I noticed that you're really big on community. Can you just go into a detail about the certain type of things that you do for the community?
So specifically in San Antonio, I try to get in contact with all other nonprofit organizations, anyone that works within the economic development industry or workforce industry, and see if they know of people that could be potentially eligible for our program that are seeking those types of those services. Just kind of building those relationships with community organizations. And I think it's been very beneficial being a partner with you guys, because I get to meet a lot of, well, I used to before when COVID, before COVID, I got to meet a lot of employers, a lot of resources that came in, and establish that relationship and kind of continue building on that. And of course, meeting new people and telling them about the program, just spreading awareness really is what I've been trying to do. And, other than Workforce Solutions Alamo, we're also partnered with other workforce development boards in West Texas, like Amarillo and Abilene, and the Panhandle area. So that's been very exciting, just keeping those relationships open and, in hopes of having people seek our services.
For sure. Oh, professionals for sure.
It happens.
Yeah, there's a lot of they cover, from what it sounds like, if you guys cover like Native Pathways, not you specifically, covers those three main tribes. It's 3/4 of Texas.
So we don't cover all the tribes. Sorry to cut you off, but yeah, we don't cover all tribes. We do cover any tribal member that lives in West Texas and within the 122 service service counties.
So you guys aren't directly tied to any one tribe?
Oh, no, yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah,
not even the West Texas one that you said earlier?
No. So any tribal member from any federally recognized tribe in the United States that lives in West Texas can visit us and apply, and possibly be participating in the program. So yeah,
So you work predominantly in South Texas, though. So someone from West Texas, would you have to confirm they're West Texas residents, or
yes,
could they live in San Antonio and still operate through you for Native Pathways?
Yeah, so thankfully, I've been operating virtually like since I started. So everything has been
my boss. That makes it any better. It's my boss.
What?
Sorry, go ahead, sorry.
Oh, no. So yeah, we do everything electronically. People that are interested in our services in Amarillo, for example, I would just need to verify their documents. And before COVID, we would plan a visit to, physically verify their documents and everything. But due to COVID now, we're still planning and developing new plan of actions for that. But it's still, they still have the opportunity to apply and still have the opportunity to be eligible for the program.
I'm trying to go back to my high school history classes, and when I think of Native Americans, I don't think of Texas. Is there a large Native American population in Texas?
So in Texas, according to the 2016 U.S. Census, I have my data over here. There are over 60,000 people who identify as Alaska Native and Native Hawaiian in Texas alone. So that's a little over 1% out of the entire Texas population.
Yeah.
So it's like very little.
Yeah.
It sounds like a lot, but it's very little. And in San Antonio specifically, according to that same census, there's about 23,000 who identify as Alaska Native and Native Hawaiian. But that is only just a little over 1%. So it's still not that much. But, I'm still motivated to engage with those people and, spread that awareness, that we exist and that we have those services. So, yeah.
Well, the option is available for anyone who needs it. So no matter how small the population, I know that not just the state of Texas, but whatever higher government body helps move, which I think is the same as us for you. It's Department of Labor.
Yeah, we're funded by the Department of Labor.
Yeah,
because
we're both Department of Labor. So they set it up to help even the smallest groups of people that may need the assistance. So
I bet you a lot of people are Native Americans don't even know it.
You think so?
I really do.
I mean, I have talked to a few people before where they know their lineage and they know their history, but they just don't have they're not enrolled within a tribe.
Mhm.
So it is unfortunate, but I mean, there's always ways for you to research and just kind of find more information. I think it's also important to point out that if you haven't already done so, respond to the U.S. 2020 census.
Yeah,
That is very
very
important.
important.
So
Very
if you
important.
do that,
And it
but
might
yeah,
have passed by the time we're putting this up, but if not this year, do it next year.
yeah,
Or what is it? It's every
2030.
I think
2030 is the next one, right?
yeah,
Every
yeah,
10 years.
every
2030.
10 years.
We got time. It's going to be a long time. Maybe we'll remember, depending on how long this podcast series goes,
Yeah.
we'll do like reminders. Go vote.
Hey, a
Go
little
participate
social
in
post
census.
that's all.
Archive this episode.
For sure, for sure. This will definitely be in the bank. So do you have you got any last questions for her over Native Pathways before we move over to more Jennifer directed?
I don't, but if I have some, I'm definitely going to ask them during this portion of
Yeah. And if we see any questions come up in like the comments or anything like that, we'll be sure to send all that stuff up, try and figure it out and get everything together. But now I want to talk about you a little bit more personally. And it's kind of your impact and your experience in workforce system. So go ahead and just brag to us a little bit. Talk to us about how before you got to Native Pathways, like what was your journey up to working with them?
Yeah, I mean, so I've always been passionate about helping people and helping others and giving back to my communities. So I figured that I would study psychology, and so I did, and I graduated from the Texas A&M University of San Antonio. I graduated in 2017, and I started seeking jobs that would give back to my community and also pique my interest. I'm very interested in the workforce, and I'm very interested in higher education. So I thought, like, why not seek like a career advisor job or like a academic advisor job. So yeah, when I found outreach counselor position, I was very fortunate, to learn more about Isleta del Sur Pueblo and the outreach counselor position. So that has been very exciting. And yeah, I mean, this is all about to be my third year. Yeah, so it doesn't seem like
Nice.
that long, but yeah, it has
Hanging
been
out
that
for a little
long.
bit.
Yeah, but I'm hopeful that maybe this podcast would reach more of the virtual community and help spread that awareness,
For
and
sure.
let people know that we do have the program here. And also for employers too. Like, I feel like if you're a small business owner or a small company who's seeking subsidized employment, we are a very beneficial program for them as well.
Maybe that's something we need to start asking, because we do plan on having employers that are close with the workforce that we do like to recommend and work with pretty frequently in hiring events and job fairs. Maybe we need to bring up Native Pathways to them when we have another one on.
I think there's a job fair coming up pretty soon.
If you guys aren't following Facebook page, Workforce Solutions Alamo on Facebook, just kind of a side plug, a little plug real quick. We do put up all of our job fairs and stuff like that, all of our employers, our orientations, news about Texas and San Antonio that may impact the workforce. And then if something is impacting Native Pathways, what is going on there? I don't know if that's going to show up on the recording, but we are professionals.
No, I won't.
Well, let me just make sure very quickly. But yeah, so follow our socials and all that stuff. And then even if something is going on with Native Pathways that's going to impact the community, we'll be happy to post it up there. But you guys do have your own social media page, right?
Yes. So if you have a Facebook, feel free to follow us at Native Pathways West Texas, and give us a like. Follow us. There you go. At Native Pathways West Texas.
Yeah, it may be flipped for y'all, but just look up Native Pathways West Texas on Facebook.
Yeah, so I'm looking through the page, and you're the person of contact.
Do you run the page?
Yes.
You do. Wow. Okay.
Are you the
Yeah,
youngest?
one
Are you
person
the
stop over
youngest
here.
person out of your coworkers?
I'm actually the oldest.
Really?
Ooh,
Yeah.
That hiring
interesting.
model.
Yeah, we're all pretty young, we're all like in our 20s, so it's really cool.
I just figured, like, because I know Victor and I tend to get thrown on the more internet focused
Yeah.
projects when it comes to workforce, just because we happen to be like some of the youngest in workforce. But I guess it must be different over there.
Yeah, I mean, we collaborate a lot. I feel like we collaborate a lot better, because we're all within the same age range. We understand a lot of virtual things, the virtual applications. So it's easy for us to pick up and just go electronically, because we're all pretty used to all that stuff.
Mhm.
So it's been great. And that actually leads me to one of my questions that I have for you guys, actually.
Uh-oh.
So I noticed that you guys started the podcast not too long ago, and I wanted to know, like, what do you guys wish to accomplish with this podcast? What interested you or motivated you to start this podcast?
Well, obviously, we want to get famous and bankroll,
Definitely.
and then just disappear into like some tropical island.
Yeah.
That blow up and act like I don't know anybody.
Yeah, exactly.
Based off
exactly.
this podcast.
I want to get a Lambo.
Nice. No, but I went to Allan one day and was like, there's just so much information that people don't know about workforce. A lot of people think that we're the unemployment office, and we're not. We are the employment office.
Mhm.
So, just try any way we can to just, target a different demographic and try to get them, at the time, come through our doors. But now, since everything's virtual, come through our Zooms.
So it's a little bit hard as well, and it may be the same on your end just because of the same funding source, but it's a little bit hard for workforce and things of that nature funded, by the city or the state or the government. It's a little hard for us to advertise like a normal company would. Obviously, you see Indeed ads, you see Monster.com ads on TV and all over the place. We don't really have the freedom to do that here. So Victor and I are always going out, getting salads, obviously, because we're fit fam. Just trying to brainstorm about ways that we can try and get the information out there. Because when I even talk to friends, a lot of them just have no clue. They're like, so your social work? No. So your unemployment? Not that either.
I thought that WIOA was a news station 2 years ago.
It does sound like a news station.
It does. Does it still exist?
WIOA?
The
Yeah,
news station?
no, the news station.
Oh.
Pretty sure. I don't watch the local news, but I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure.
I don't know. All I know is K-Side Ken's 5. I don't know if you could say that, but
Shout out.
Yeah, they're getting free.
yeah.
Yeah. So this is one of the ways we wanted to try and, spread information about what we do and how we do it. I mean, talking to partners like you, we'll have, I'm sure Mr. Benson on the veteran side. He'd be great to talk to. Employers that we work closely with, staff members we want to highlight, success stories. We just want to bring workforce into the 21st century. And I feel like having you on here is, another great step towards that. So we do appreciate you coming on with us. Now, there is one more thing. Or first off, do you have any other questions for us before we move forward?
Yeah, I really wanted to know what kind of sparked that initiative to get this going. And it's exciting to hear your plans and what you want to gain from this. So
we definitely,
And this was all pre-COVID too.
This was all pre-COVID.
COVID just happened and made it easier for us to.
For sure. Yeah, I know. It definitely helps that the building is completely empty when we're doing recordings.
Yeah.
Victor and I both have masks. We've both gotten tested for COVID. We both have our temperatures checked and stuff like that. So this is good. I haven't left my house since I got checked, obviously.
I've been quarantining for a while, a couple of years. I didn't know it was called quarantining, but
yeah, I thought it was just
for a while now.
I thought it was just late night gaming, but I guess that's a health hazard now to not do that. But yeah, it does make it is one of the good things about COVID. One of the few good things about COVID. is that it does make this process a little bit easier. Of course,
Yeah.
we'd like to have you in here, sitting here with us chatting, but can't have everything, I guess.
Under different circumstances, I feel would be best.
I mean, we could do update episodes at some point,
Hopefully,
a
yeah.
year down the line.
Fingers crossed. It only
Fingers
takes a year.
crossed, for sure,
Right.
for sure.
But this idea sparked so out of COVID, so that has been a blessing in disguise too.
For
So
sure, for sure. Another shout out real quick if you're listening or watching. Wear a mask, sanitize your hands, wash your hands.
Practice.
Don't hang out in large groups.
Yes.
You can save lives, people, just by doing those simple things.
Yeah. We are the employment specialists, but the only way that Native Pathways and Workforce Solutions can help you is if you are not sick.
So I mean, how has COVID-19 affected you, in your just day-to-day operations?
That's a great
Well, yeah, I mean, thankfully, like I had mentioned earlier, we have been working virtually, because I'm in located in the satellite office in San Antonio and everyone is in El Paso. We have everything on like a shared drive, so everything's really easy. Everything is electronic. I have my laptop here. They give me all of the resources I need to work successfully here at home. So yeah, I mean, it hasn't really affected us much. The only thing that I think has affected us was the resources available to customers. So that has impacted us a lot. A lot of potential participants don't have access to reliable computer, laptop, printer, scanner, phone at that. So, we miss out on having that being readily available. But, there are ways that we could still work around that. We made, actually on our website, the Isletas Sur Pueblo Native Pathways website, there's an application process video that my supervisor made. And so she created that so that in case you don't have a scanner or printer or anything like that, you pick up the documents and then you can scan them yourself and apply all online. And it's really easy, very detailed, very instructive. So we're really trying to, incorporate a lot of the processes for them to make it easier to apply all online.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like, did you have a lot of stuff already set up before COVID for virtual, or did you guys have kind of that process of having to get everything transferred over to virtual?
Yeah, so thankfully before COVID, we had just established the Native Pathways website and the application page and everything. So that was up and running and people were applying online. But we didn't really start seeing a lot of people applying until after COVID because they were, they had to apply that way. So that has been awesome to see, that people are taking advantage and applying and, seeking assistance. But yeah, I mean, everything for the most part was all online. We didn't really see, we didn't get hit at that bad, as far as the resources available to customers. That was the only thing. But we're still learning and trying to develop new ways to assist them. So thankfully now with San Antonio, the public libraries are open. So in case you guys are not open, the public library is, and you can use their resources like computer, internet, and printers and stuff. So that has been good too.
For sure.
Yeah, it definitely seems, COVID obviously created barriers for people in life, but it seems like you guys are trying to do your hardest to remove those barriers to help with their training or their employment. So
but that's actually just a translation of the process that we normally do.
Yeah,
that's what we do, is we remove barriers of employment. Now one of those barriers just happens to be the world we live in.
Yeah,
we still got to end up getting rid of that regardless. So but with that being said, we did just hit time. We'll go ahead and start wrapping up real fast.
I have one more question.
Yeah, there we go.
For you, Jennifer. What is your mission or your goal with Native Pathways? Like, what do you want to do?
Like you personally, like not the company. Yeah.
So I took on this job realizing, I'm going to be an outreach counselor. I'm going to be spreading awareness about Native Pathways and helping people find their careers and their passions and stuff, which I was already interested in, But I think that what I want to get out of this is really seeing others succeed and motivating other people to better themselves and just empower those people that, you know, may not be at their highest right now, but, you know, give them those tools and resources to feel accomplished and feel successful and feel ready to, you know, accomplish anything within their career and training goals. That's really what I want to do. I want to make them feel prepared and ready. So that's what I want to do.
What percentage are you at with your goal?
I'm sorry?
What percentage are you at your goal? Like 100's being completed it?
It's 100% every day. I give 110% every day.
I like that.
No, but I mean, like, I do have a really good success story, you know. One of my participants is actually working in North Carolina right now. So he got his crane operator license and got a job like not too long after acquiring that license and has been working successfully.
How big of a change was that for him? Like, where did he start the process with any already like established skills that you could transfer over? Was he already in a decent place, like kind of in his life? Like, what was the situation that he started at that ended at North Carolina?
So thankfully, I mean, before COVID, I had a lot of people coming into the Workforce Solutions, and he was one of the customers that was referred to me by the front desk. And so I got to talk to him. He didn't really have any type of, I would say, a lot of skills as a crane operator, but you know, he did have interests and skills in construction and landscaping, so he did have some sort of experience there. But we helped him get his license. We paid for his tuition to go to school in a different city at that. So he moved over to that different city. And then after acquiring his license, he was job searching for, I think, 2 weeks or so. And then he got the job. He got a contract working out in North Carolina, and we have been keeping contact, you know, making sure everything is going well, and you know, if he still is needing any type of assistance. So he's been a really good success story. I mean, I'm very happy to have been able to help him along the way, you know. So that's been awesome.
Yeah, you seem very passionate for what you do.
I mean, those are the things that drive us forward. Those stories are the things that I guess keep moving us forward. You've got a good one, Victor. I know you've got a couple. I mean, those are the things that, like, those are the reasons. Like, if you didn't see any progress, it would be a lot harder to do this. But the fact that we see how much we impact those around us, definitely helps us kind of like after a rough day, wake up and come back again. Yeah, for sure. Or at least that's how I feel. And, you know, I know a lot of my team feels that way too.
It doesn't feel like work at the end of the day when you know you're changing a life.
Yeah, and you get to see that light come back into people's eyes, you know, and that gives them hope, and it gives you hope too, and it just kind of reassures you that you're doing a really good job, and you know, you're helping those that need that help, you know. So yeah, every little bit counts, I think.
All right. Well, with that being said, you know, we appreciate you coming on and chatting with us. It was great to learn about Native Pathways a little bit more. It was great to talk to you again. I know that being out of the office, we don't get the time to actually sit down and chat during our breaks and stuff like that. So it's really nice to see you again. You know, hope you're staying safe. Yeah. Any last words?
I think you covered it. Thank you, Jim, for coming on.
Go ahead and tell real quick, you know, plug yourself. Where can they reach you at? We'll also put the information in the description box, but go ahead and, you know, plug where they can contact you.
Yeah, like I said, follow us on Facebook at Native Pathways West Texas. You can also contact me via email. My email is located on our Isleta del Sur Pueblo Native Pathways website that they'll probably add in the description box. Yeah, so feel free to email me, and then also on that same website, my phone number is available, so you can contact me via phone or email. But we are open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And we are now accepting applications all virtually, so I can assist you every step of the way if you need career training assistance. Perfect. So Jennifer Roldan, Native Pathways, very much appreciate you chatting with us. Thank you very much.
You guys. Thank you, Jennifer.
And with that being said, you too. With that being said, another good episode.
We did.
Another good episode. A lot of good information. It's good to talk with you again, man. Always fun to come in here and chat. That being said, y'all have a great day. Everyone, please reach out to us if you need anything. Native Pathways as well. But with that being said, all y'all please be safe and, best of luck.